Alright guys, welcome back, welcome to it. We'll jump right in. It is Mirage, it is FlipSid's map choice, it is 1-0 Team Kinguin, and I am with Vendetta.
What's up?
Nothing, bro, you?
Just chill, man.
You have no idea how much cough medicine I put in my body between games.
Like codeine, right? Just like the rappers?
Yeah, basically.
Purple drink? All that good jazz?
I got all the purple drank.
Nice.
So FlipSid, they've only played one match so far in the league. They sit with 3 points because they did win that particular matchup. So for them to get a tie here would move them on to 4 points, would almost put them out of reach of teams like Gamers2 Team Dignitas and potentially save them a spot. But right now, Kinguin are the ones in the driver's seat. Excuse me, as you can see, like cough medicine causing issues with me already. But it's going to be, it's going to be basically Kinguin's to win here, and this would actually almost put them out of the group stage and into playoffs already.
Yeah, pretty much, actually. So Kinguin, obviously, but I mean, it's still, even if FlipSid would go on to lose this and, you know, not get a single point from this game, they would still have plenty of chances to actually rectify that at a later stage, because they have played the fewest games out of any team really in the group stages. But it's gonna be hard, man. And like, they had a really poor showing on Mirage last time we saw them versus Na'Vi, so I'm not really sure what to expect. Sure, we know that their T side is extremely strong at times, but their CT side looked really woeful. Actually, kind of luckily for them, they're actually gonna have the opportunity to start out on the T side this time around. So maybe they get off to a better start than what we saw versus Na'Vi.
I mean, this would be a big thing for them. FlipSid is a team that, like, it's inconsistency, and that seems to be the case with a lot of teams lately. Obviously, we saw Cloud9 today take down Envious at ESL. I think that's a case of one team being on the rise, another team being on the decline, and they met somewhere in the middle. But in a lot of cases, like Titan, I'll say less so Na'Vi. I think they've found at least some consistency lately. But, you know, Titan, Kinguin, we haven't seen enough from yet to really make an opinion. FlipSid for sure, Dignitas for sure. Inconsistency is like a major problem. Those tier 2 teams that are like chomping at the bit trying to make it into tier 1 have.
Absolutely, and you know, really, what kind of solidifies a team as a top tier team is consistency. It's really what it all comes down to. Because if you can have a consistently okay level, then you should be alright versus teams who are, you know, on paper worse than you. That's just how it is. Right now, Kinguin doing, well, very aggressive setup in mid here. They've gotten pretty much full control over mid, while FlipSid are just hanging back, very spread out all over the map, and kind of curious whether or not this is going to be an A fake with Simple and Bondic trying to get a rotation over towards that A bomb site, so Markelov and Blade and World Edit can actually safely get onto that B bomb site.
And Rain is all the way back in the ninja spot.
And this is actually, this is going to end up with as an A split here.
Yeah, which looked to be the intentions from the very beginning because they always had had Simple over on this side of the map. And it looked like they just wanted to get underpass so they could get the pistols close enough to connect her that they wouldn't have to fight their way toward it and have decent HP when they still arrived on top of the site. And Simple's lurking in now. The split's coming on from the Palace as well, but World Edit, he gets caught by Fox. And it's Bondic who tries to respond next. Instead, it's Rain who takes down Blade, and Blade was the bomb carrier. Dennis taking down the next. They try and go for the knife to salvage something, but nothing is there to be salvaged whatsoever. 5 players alive for Kinguin. And FlipSid, my friends, that is not how you start your T-side.
Not the way at all. And with Fox actually, picking up that first kill onto World Edit on Catwalk, that leaves so much space open. It makes it so much tougher for FlipSid to actually get a bomb plant down. Rain staying alive as well, not getting picked off instantly by the 2 guys coming out from the T-spawn area, A-pit and A-halls. Just makes it really tough for FlipSid. But I mean, it's a nice idea, and it was okay, fairly enough well executed, but Fox staying alive with World Edit right there was kind of the big thing.
Markelov with only 6 HP. Looking for a way to try and make this round salvageable. If they could get a bomb down, that would be something to start with. And Blade, he's looking for the entrance. It's going to be Scream, though, jumping with the Mag 7. Stylish as ever. And there is very low HP, in fact, on Markelov, so he could hit this shot potentially and triple up here. But instead, Markelov, he's going to bail out. Mag 6 is bugging out and going home. And he's still got the Tech 9. We'll see if he wants that into the next round. Not even going to happen. Michaelele again on the case. Detective Michaelele leads the way with 4 kills so far.
Yeah, no, pretty easy anti-eco for Kinguin. Following round is this is probably going to be more of the same for them. And they're going to have an opportunity to build up some money. That's a good start for Kinguin once again. And they started off great on cash. FlipSid eventually brought it back. But we've seen, if FlipSid can't get their T side going on Mirage, then they're in real trouble.
And a good start again here from Kinguin. And a quick end as well, just like that. The round already over. Fox going to take down Bondic, and now guns will come out for World Edit and his team to see if they can possibly do anything from FlipSid's T side. Normally their strong point on this map.
No ops, though.
And if my pronunciation sounds skewed, by the way, I have a cough drop in my mouth right now so that I don't die during this game. So don't hold me accountable for my own actions. I'm on drugs. But it's going to be flashed through. Rain gets in, and actually fun, Simple waiting in the corner. I enjoy it.
And I mean, Kinguin can just say, they're perfectly happy with that. They could just fall back and, well, on the other side of the map, you have another duo going around, and that's Fox and Scream fighting 1 kill as well. Actually, the only guy on Kinguin who didn't have a buddy with him going out, on new Mirage adventure was the one to go down, and that's Michael in mid. So Blade has gotten quite a far ways up into connector, but still, this is a pretty decent ult from Dennis and Rain here. It's going to be tough for FlipSid to actually get out.
And now Rain's going to fall back down CT stairs. There's still a bit of an entry chance here for Bondic if he could find 1 kill on the A site. Bomb is at the top of connector. There's still a player under Shadow, though, and that's Dennis, and they need to find him if they want to make this cross work successfully. Rain's very low on HP. He's going to work his way back through CT onto the stairwell. And Bondic's actually found him, so there's the one entry I was talking about. But again, it's still Dennis that's in the point of contention. He gives himself up with not getting the first kill. He does eventually get Bondic, but Blade turns right back on him immediately. And FlipSid have a chance to win out this round here. It's come down to a 2-on-2. It's come down to a 2-on-1. As World Edit will take down Fox. It leaves just Scream remaining, and Scream has the accuracy. He's already found the first on Blade, and World Edit, interestingly, taking this fight when he doesn't need to. He can fall back and take the safety, and that's eventually what he's choosing to do. But Scream, I'm sure he spotted him going to the left, and Scream's going to win the battle. I have no idea why World Edit sticks around that long. And no kit, no problem.
Slightly questionable right there, and he definitely could have played the time, the bomb plant position He could have done a lot of things very differently that probably would have played out way better for him in that situation, because Scream is, especially, you know, obviously that's hard to spot for World Edit from that distance, but Scream didn't have a kit. So very much you can, you know, force the remaining CT to do in a situation like that if you're World Edit, and he just kind of went for the straight up fight, which is not something you'd normally do versus Scream.
And Simple this time going to go back onto the ledge to look for an execution toward A.
And yet again, FlipSid are buying it up without having an up on either World Edit or Simple. Obviously, this is a result of them having done, you know, quite a bit of damage towards Kinguin, so they feel like they can break their economy. That's not the case, though. Kinguin should be able to force up even if they lose this round. But now FlipSid willing to take that risk. And I think if they lose this one, you know, we're starting to look at the T side of FlipSid being, you know, not that very impactful regardless of how it ends up, because they've usually been a team that could get, you know, up towards double figures on the T side. That's been their strong point.
Fox winning the duel between him and World Edit again this time, so it's going to actually be a two-man advantage as Rain will find Bondic. And FlipSid, 0 rounds. Losing that first gun was crucial, and it easily could have been picked up. I shouldn't say easily, but it could have been battled in a lot better disciplinary fashion from World Edit, and Dennis now finding Markelov. It's all left to Blade. Things not looking great right now from FlipSid as Fox will close out the round. All 5 stay alive for Kinguin. The bank is building.
The bank is building indeed, and okay, Simple opting to go for Scout. Well, I'm assuming he's not going to go for the op in the previous and the following round, but otherwise, you know, that buy doesn't really make that much sense. But yeah, a bit of a mixed buy coming in from FlipSid. A couple of pistols, armor actually as well, with that Scout, but don't think they're going to get too much done here.
Shots coming out though still from Markelov as he uses the P250 to his advantage. And it's going to be Rain all the way back toward jungle with the M4, who might be the next to come under fire here. And in fact, he takes the fight to Bondic before he even gets spotted up. And now he can shift back and focus on Markelov, who's low HP at the bottom of the underpass, but not before Blade actually tried to sneak in behind him. He still can't make anything of it. And Rain having a great round. He's going to get the hat trick as he comes back down, and Markelov nowhere to retreat, trying to get to that M4. Potentially save it, but now it's going to be guns again. 6-0 Kinguin.
Yeah, and this is dangerous territory. Finally, they get an op out on World Edit, so that's something that's going FlipSid's way, but they need to start picking up rounds right about now. I mean, sure, we don't know how effective Kinguin's T side is going to be compared to their CT side on a map like Mirage versus FlipSid, but we know that FlipSid's CT side is not that strong, so that's a worrying point if you're for the Ukrainians right now.
And Rain looking to get aggressive this time toward A main as he looks down the ramp. We might have Blade walk into his crosshair. The fire might prevent that, but he actually catches Simple on the drop. Immediately tears his head off. Blade does get the trade, but Markelov, meanwhile, has gone down to Michaelele. Battle of the M's. It's Dennis now that gets underneath the shadow, looking through the gap at the top of the plywood. Just above the crosshair to the right, you can actually spot players jumping on top of Tetris from there. So if anyone comes in from A in that fashion, I should say, he'll be able to spot that up immediately and call to his teammates. Not only that, get the early jump on the shot, but Bondic and his company are all heading over toward B. That means Fox has to come back over toward the bench, and World Edit's already staring there, but just underneath of his crosshair. The player did slip by as Fox has to try and come back around. Does drop bomb, does drop more. Looking for an extra, it's not going to be there, so the hat trick doesn't exist, but taking down 2 and dropping the bomb, he's done more than enough to allow Michaelele to get in position, and Bondic's gone.
Impressive stuff from Kinguin right now, and well, their push seems to have no end right now. FlipSid do have the economy to actually buy up for their case. Again, no op. And I don't see how this is going to get easier for FlipSid at any point. They haven't really been that close in most of their buy rounds. Feels like Kinguin have had pretty good control over whatever FlipSid try to throw at them.
Is Fox looking for more? And not going to find anything as he actually looked like he got the initial shot towards World Edit, but the AK wins there, no surprise. Now it's going to be Scream, who's on the catwalk. Not sure that he's aware two players have gotten out from the underpass down below him as Bonix inside Palace. Dennis, meanwhile, has found Markelov and World Edit spamming through the wooden window. He's going to take down Dennis. This gives FlipSid a bit of a chance to split onto the A site. There's only one player left inside on Kinguin's defensive end, but it's going to be Rain, and Rain's more than enough as he takes down Blade. They turn back to take out the two rotation players. That means Rain's all that is left now. 3-on-1. And A site looks to be under complete siege right now. Not before Rain gets another on Bondic. And if he can pull this off, it would be absolutely remarkable. He's got 2 kills. It'll be 4 that he needs to make this happen. Flashing himself through the smoke, not even going to come close. Simple's there, and Simple tears his head off. Finally, FlipSid have something to work with.
Finally, but that was actually Kinguin giving up so many opening frags there in that round. I mean, sure, Fox going for that early pick onto mid, that's completely fine, but the truth that followed, not really worthwhile in any sort of situation. I think they would have been better off just playing it safely from that point on, but it gives FlipSid a round, and now FlipSid have to worry about not dropping instantly.
Scream aggressive mid, using that smoke to their advantage to try and push up so the corner's covered. And they get the drop on Blade. We'll let it gone as well. Leaves Bondic inside Palace. And we've seen him get a few entries successfully from that position, specifically the round on round 4 when they got Rain. That was when we got down to that 2-on-2, and it eventually was World Edit who, unfortunately, didn't play the bomb correctly and allowed Scream to clutch it, but he's made it work when they've been down men before already in this matchup. Meanwhile, Fox, 3 HP, all the way back toward the bench, has to cover off from the apartments right now. And the bomb's slowly coming back to the horseshoe. We'll see if it's going to jump inside. In fact, it is. It's going to climb the ladder and head in toward the B apartments. So this will eventually be a B hit. With 3 players up, all at 100 HP. Fox, the only one. Actually, I take that back. Full rotations have come around. Scream is there, and the player on catwalk's coming back as well. Scream's in decent angle here, and Fox isn't going to peek. They take down Scream, so Fox just has to wait correctly. Lines up 1, lines up 2, and Michaelele gets the second. Or rather the third. It's Fox, 3 HP. Well done.
Very cool done by Fox. And obviously Scream having that rotation in before that happens leaves FlipSid in a situation where they think, well, Fox is surely gone. There's no way there's going to be one more guy at that site when they have already spotted the one guy on short. So nicely done by Kinguin, getting the early rotation in and actually messing up and messing with FlipSid's head. FlipSid now just back to an eco, so they do swap around, or you do trade away that round instantly right after they pick up 1, lose 1 back, and now they're completely money screwed. And actually, it might actually be two ecos in a row here because Blade's down to 1400.
Dennis again pushing up toward middle. He's putting some shots into Simple, and Simple simply goes down. 9-1. Is absolutely remarkable in the fact that FlipSid again, they've one of the only teams I can think of off the top of my head that's come back twice, in fact, from 12-3 CT side to win the map. So their T side on this is usually pretty spot on. This is definitely discouraging for them. And Blade, he's been renowned for his leadership. He's going to have to come up with something special here. As look at the push into Palace right now, and Blade's caught out, speaking of him with his knife. Not expecting that at all. Markelov's able to at least pick up Rain, surprisingly, considering there's 2 other players there, but Fox overwhelms him in the end, and now it's just left to Bondic, World Edit, Simple. 3-on-4. Low HP for Fox, so a bit of a chance here. As Michaelele, he's going to push out toward Catwalk and look up toward Connector. Falls back, watches Cubby instead.
Talk about anti-timing, though. As you mentioned, Blade has to come up with something else. They finally set up for something that's going to be different from what they've been doing the last couple of rounds, but that's the first time Kinguin actually pushes heavily, with the aggression into A-halls. They just completely counter whatever FlipSid wanted to try to do.
And Dennis will get Simple. And look at Fox pushing again late, finding Bondic, finding Bomb, he realizes, and turns back around to cover it. It's only World Edit that's left. And all the world's a stage. Let's see if he can edit and alter 4 players away from it. So far, it does the deed with 17 HP against Michaelele. And Scream, I'm afraid the bullet penetration won't be enough through that wall. But does still know exactly where he is. And again, Bomb is dropped down, so 19 seconds left. It looks like World Edit He's going to use that entrance he got toward B to hold on to this op and potentially save the weapon, but there is a bit of a chase coming in right now from Scream, who's gone all the way back through the apartments. In 8 seconds, he might be able to just get close enough as this round expires if he runs from right where he is, but it's going to be tight. To his left, Scream, looking for it. He hears him, doesn't get there, and World Edit ducks down to make sure his head's not exposed, so he'll keep the op up for his team. But I'm not sure that op alone will be enough. They could force out some PT-50s around it. They've done that already, but we'll see if it works or not.
I mean, at this point, it kind of has to work. You're looking at, this should be a fairly easy 11th round for Kinguin, and, well, given your CT side, if you're flip side, what do you do at this point? One thing they really haven't tried, and I guess that might have been what they wanted to set up in the previous round, is World that actually gets to pick onto Fox there. That's very impressive. It is, one of those tried and true. Oh, what?
Not even remotely sure how that happened. As World Edit fires into Markelov coming up. Yeah, they're already laughing about it. And World Edit now goes down, so that's taking the piss out of your own team if I've ever seen it. Blade, the last one, left 1 on 4. He's going to get dropped, and there's... it goes from bad to worse in that moment alone.
It's like, guys, I got the entry frag! And they're like, screw it, I'm going to equalize everything. Just even that, I'm just gonna remove that kill bonus I got. No, nothing's going right for FlipSid right now. It's just kind of like watching Titan the last couple of days. Like nothing's working for them. But the one thing they actually haven't tried in God knows how long is just like one of those tried and true A takes, and I would really like to see them go for something like that. We've seen A splits, and we'll just trying to grab mid control and then 1B push here and there, but we haven't really seen the tried and true A setup. So that might be something that they want to try for.
Fox pushes through and actually does find Markelov, but Blade, he's there, he'll respond, and as does Bondic now coming up from Palace, so they've given themselves a real chance here as Scream finds himself in a 1-on-3. And there's no way they'll get more than 4 rounds at best on this T-half, which is incredible to think about, but we'll see if they can get that far even. Scream might not allow them. He finds World Edit. No surprise, it's a headshot, but Bondic's there, and he gets back into him. It's 11-2.
11-2. It's hard to be excited, though, about the situation that FlipSid find themselves in right now. And, well, if they lose this, they're going to have the worst force buy in the history of CS. So, yeah, no, they need to win out the last 2 rounds if they won't have any shot at this at all.
Pop flash to go through the window. Blade, though, finding Fox. They've got Bondic also pushed up aggressively toward the cubby, and Rain and Michaelele, though, they use a crossfire setup to take away both players on Catwalk, and now it's going to be Scream that drops down Blade. As Rain looks to fall back towards CT just in case someone is lurking in toward A. In fact, that is going to be the case, although it's not in toward A. It's Bondic that's head toward the vent. Climb through the window room. He might get shot in the back, though, and be exposed here. And he is actually aware that he was spotted up, but when he goes back to take the fight, Rain's already firing back into him, and it's 12-2. Last round of the first half. Best FlipSid can do is 3. And again, I mentioned it, 3 for them. Not uncommon on this map, but only on the CT side, not the T side.
This is the side where they're supposed to make their mark on the game, and right now it's not really working out at all. And, well, last round of the first half, they've got PT-50, Tech 9s, armor, and, well, quite a few nades, actually. And this time they're actually looking to be setting up for a proper A push here. And this is kind of what I wanted them to do initially with weapons. Actually, no, they're just going to forgo the smokes as well and run into certain death here.
Dennis nading in. Second nade to come in as well. 17 HP left for World Edit. 17 HP is enough for him to take down 2. Fox walks out, and the Tech 9 is actually going to get the better of the second player as well. The first headshot, explainable. The second, inexcusable, but it's still a 2-man versus 3 in favor of Team Kinguin. We'll see if they can close this out. Michaelele with the op. Scream, M4, Rain, the same weaponry. And again, it's just Tech 9's up right now on the T side. And it's going to be Michaelele to find Simple. World Edit again, that 17 HP. He's already picked up 2 with only that much left already. But Rain, it only takes 1 bullet. And it's 13-2. Team Kinguin definitely in control of this map.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. And even if FlipSid does pick up the pistol, Kinguin only need 3 rounds, so they need to be remarkably poor on that T side to not close this out.
Well, light a candle for your skins, FlipSid betters, because this would take a world of promise and opportunity. A horizon of flowers, rainbows, and butterflies. A utopia of Counter-Strike for them to even have a chance at coming back in this. You're speechless, I can tell.
No, yeah, no, this
You were
is...
envisioning it in your head.
For me, this is over. This is just, I don't know. So, you know, it's the band at the Titanic just playing their way out as they sink with their ship.
Oh, good reference. And now it's going to be World Edit looking to try and do something. Some damage back toward Dennis. Does so. Markelov, nice one-tap, takes down Fox with the USP. And Rain, who swapped over to a USP from one of the decomposing bodies left on the floor, is going to take advantage of that and take down World Edit. This puts Markelov in a 1-on-2. And Scream and Rain, they're both playing the same angle. So they've got a chance here to bait one, take the trade on the other, and Rain, thank you very much for the USP. He takes down Markelov. It's 14-2, and that's pretty much the icing on the cake. I don't know, I kind of want to eat that cake.
Yum, yum. Had your cake and eat it too. That's pretty much what Kinguin are right now.
I'm kind of hungry, I'm not going to lie.
Dude, I'm hungry myself. I did not have the time to eat before the game started. I'm just eyeing juicy food over in the fridge.
Juicy fruit?
No, juicy food.
It's gonna move, yeah. Scream's gonna take down Simple. Michael Bondic immediately after, so Kinguin again in full control. Have the guns to work with. They'll find Blade with the AK. And no one dropping right now on their side as Markelov and World Edit, the last two that might have a chance of making that happen. In fact, nice dink out, and Rain's left on 1 HP. World Edit does get Michael, so they do at least get one off. Thank you very much for the Deagle kill. Thank you very much for dropping the weapon. Scream's looking for more. He'll find it. World Edit's gone.
Yeah, so 13 rounds of match point, or 12, yeah. 13 rounds of match point, really, for Kinguin. And
4-16 for Simple, by the way.
4-16, yeah. No, so he's
4-17 Markelov. Like, there's only one player in the double digits on FlipSid's team.
Yeah, and it's World Edit, and he was kind of the one who kept them in the game at the beginning of it, you know, on cash as well. Didn't quite hold out until the end, but Simple on cash as well didn't really do all that much. He's just having a poor day, a rough go of it.
Trying to play whack-a-mole as Bondic comes up, and the mole's not whacked. In fact, the mole bites back. He takes down Dennis. The 5-7 gets the kill, and Michael Lele coming into the site at least picks up 2 now in return. Brings it back to a 3-on-3, but Kinguin's very low on HP. There's a very good chance that FlipSid could, in fact, take this round as Markelov, speaking of low fragging players, picks up one more to his name. And Michael Lele using the gap at the top of the boxes to perfection as he takes down World Edit and Markelov. What a shot from him! And it's going to be Bondic that's left. As the bomb does go down, Bondic walks out, low HP for both. Bondic gets both, and he's going to get this defused. We're going at least one more.
It's actually so... it's kind of sad to see that kind of a run for Michael not being capped off with a win. I was really, really sick. Oh yeah, FlipSid hanging on to it by this, you know, skin of their teeth. Not really that much to work with, but they're going to be able to buy up. They're going to have a better buy than Kinguin, at least. I guess that's the way they have to look at it. But I'm kind of saddened that Michael couldn't cap off that round.
I really enjoyed that shot through the boxes.
Yeah, no, that's an angle you don't see people use often enough, really. And you could tell that the FlipSid members were not expecting it whatsoever.
So Rain does work his way up middle, does good damage on his Simple in doing so. This gives a bit of map control to work with now from Team Kinguin's side. And speaking of sides, it's the Flip that has to turn things back, and Simple does so successfully with a shot onto Rain, forcing Fox out of connector. This might actually make them consider working back toward B. As right now, though, it's all FlipSid. World Edit picking up 2, Bondic with 1. It's down to just Mr. Michael Lele. Detective on the case. I used to have that Tech 9, but you know what? I realized it was ugly and got rid of it. And maybe Michael Lele should do the same, but maybe it'll work for him. We'll see. 1-on-3. As he goes back down towards CT, just trying to bait up some noises, and it's not going to work. Get rid of it, man. It sucks. Bondic, he gets the kill.
Dude, I think Twitch chat is going to take severe offense to the fact that you call the Sandstorm a shitty skin.
Too rude.
Exactly. I mean, the only thing, I'm just expecting it to be like a hidden version of that skin, you know, kind of like instead of stat track, you get it with like
a speaker, and
music
it just
box.
plays the
Yeah,
song.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like when you shoot, you start playing. It'd be amazing.
Well, it is still match point. No surprise there. That doesn't change. You don't get subtracted rounds for each you lose, although it could be like a never-ending story if that ever happened. Someone needs to make that mod and just see if we can play the longest game of all time.
I mean, yeah, well, I guess that would, you know, definitely actually extend the best of ones issue, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
there you go. ESL's got a format that can work for them.
Nightmare for every tournament ever.
Now it's Rain to come through. He'll take down World Edit. Scream has already found another, and they won the last map on an eco round on the CT side. They might do it again here. And in fact, I think we've already got some people leaving the server because they thought it was over, and there they go. Bondic drops last. It's 16-14, an improvement over their cash victory, but a victory nonetheless. It's 2-0, and Kinguin moving up in the standings.
Yeah, no, Kinguin kind of securing their spot really already. I think they're pretty much good to go, right? In terms of actually just making it through the playoff stages now. With,
dude, don't ask me these questions.
Wins.
Math's hard.
I'm actually pretty sure they do. I'm actually quite convinced they are. You know, at worst case, we're talking about a lower bracket spot, but still.
Well, our next matchup isn't that far away at all, just to take a peek at those groups. So as you were saying, they do have 7 points. It would be impossible for them to be caught by either Dignitas or Gamers2. So Kinguin are out no matter what. You are right.
They're in no matter what.
They're in no matter what. Sorry, that's what I meant. Out of groups into playoffs. I should make that more clear. Good call by you. They are into the playoffs regardless. FlipSid are now the only team that could still be caught, and they've got 3 more games to play, and all they would have to secure in those 3 games is 2 points. So even just winning one of those, and Dignitas and Gamers2 would bow out of the tournament just like that. Meanwhile, on the other side, our next game that comes up, speaking of games that matter, it's Titan versus Mouse Spores. Spores, Mouse Spaz, Mouse Clicking, Rat. They actually play Titan, and it's their last game each. It's the last game of that entire bracket, that entire Group B section. Whoever wins that moves on. Whoever loses is out, along with Hellraisers or Penta. I have to look at the head-to-head and how that works. I'll let you guys know when we go live for that game who it would actually be. But if they tie, if neither team gets the victory, they are both out. So big game coming up to determine who makes it through to the playoffs. We'll take a short break again. That game's in about 20 minutes time, and we'll be back then. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.